The Toronto Raptors got one of their biggest wins of the season when they came from behind to beat the Memphis Grizzlies to now improve to 9-10. They're a game within 500. So we're going to talk about the game, and we're going to talk about some keys to the Raptors' success and some things that I think are going to be make or break for the Raptors this season. Before we get right into it, you already know it is Luca Rosano back with another video. Please drop a like on the video. It does help the algorithm a ton. Please subscribe to the channel if you aren't new. A lot of y'all are watching my videos, but you are not subscribed. How do I know this? YouTube is telling me, so please go ahead and subscribe if you aren't already, and make sure you turn on post notifications. And happy American Thanksgiving to all of the American viewers of this channel. I hope you're having a great Thanksgiving so far, and you continue having a great day and enjoy some great turkey. Okay, so the Raptors. After the first half, I thought they were headed for another frustrating loss. I mean, they were down by 12 points, and I thought they were going to be out of that game. I thought the Grizzlies were going to have their way, and the Raptors were going to fall yet another game under 500. But instead, second half rolled around, and the Raptors' atrocious defense in the first half, which allowed 71 first half points, really buckled down, and they only gave up 21 points in the third quarter and 21 points in the fourth quarter en route to the W. Scotty Barnes did a great job against John Morant, who's been having an incredible season. Gary Trent Jr., he not only had another good day defensively, but his offense was clicking in this one. We saw Yuta Watanabe. How about him? The Raptors are 1-0 with Yuta. Yuta got Boucher's minutes, and Yuta, what a breath of fresh air seeing him out there, a part of the second unit. I mean, what Yuta does on the basketball court, you do not see it on the stat sheet. He does all of the little things so well. His effort, his motor, going after loose balls, getting in the paint for rebounds. Yuta Watanabe gives you his all, especially on the defensive end, which I love from this guy. And if Boucher does not get his act together, he's not going to get any more minutes, and Yuta's going to take all of his minutes, because I don't know what the hell's going on with Chris Boucher, guys, but he looked lost in that first half. He kept getting beat into the punch, and he is a mess defensively right now. He has not been the same since doing that Mary Brown's commercial. Facts are facts. Even Pascal Siakam, after looking a little lazy on defense in the first half, really turned it around in the second half. He made a lot of key plays late on the defensive end, which helped the Raptors secure this win. So all in all, the Raptors defensively were so much better in this game than they were in the previous games. And coming into the season, I said that the Raptors' calling card was going to be their defense. That if their defense played well every single night, especially to the level that we saw in that second half, they would have a chance to beat anybody. And what do you know? They play great defense, and it opens up their offense. 5 players finishing in double figures, the offense looking much better in terms of their flow, and the Raptors overall having a great team performance. We saw when the Raptors got off to that 6-3 start, their defense was sharp. And then what happened? When they started coming into some problems of their own, it was their defense that wasn't picking up the slack. The Raptors are going to have to be great defensively if they want to sniff the playoffs this season, because this is a team that once their defense gets it going, their offense just flows so much better. And I think this is because it literally frees up the pressure of the offense needing to be perfect, because they know that they can run their plays, that they can make decisions at ease, because they got their defense backing them up on the other end. So we saw a prime example of that in this game. And all in all, the Raptors did look good. And you talk about, Barnes, Siakam, they look good together. You saw Precious Achiuwa. He not only did well with his effort out there, but he had a great game offensively. Gary Trent Jr., Fred VanVleet, Yuta Watanabe, like I said, coming from off the bench. So the defense is going to make or break the Raptors, guys. If the defense can play at an elite level, which it is capable of playing at, they are going to be in every single game. And this is the defense I expected to see more times than not. Now, we will see if this defensive effort is duplicated, because if the Raptors do not play solid defense, they're going to lose a bunch of these games. They have to bring their A game every single night defensively. And if that's the case, they will be in the thick of things. They will be opportunity in a position to make the playoffs, and they won't flirt with this 500 basketball. So we will see if they can carry the momentum from this one into the next one. So it was great seeing that defense that we haven't seen for so long come onto the scene. Now, another thing that is going to make or break the Raptors, and something that I've been waiting a while to talk about, is Pascal Siakam. Now, before we get into that, I do want to announce, guys, that today's video sponsor is Manscaped, and you can get any one of Manscaped's great products by going to manscaped.com using promo code LUCA3, and you will receive 20% off plus free shipping. This holiday season, I'm giving thanks to our friends at Manscaped, and now you can join the 4 million men worldwide, yes, worldwide, who trust Manscaped, as you can take home their Performance Package 4.0, and inside this bad boy, you'll get their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance Boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold all your goodies. Think of it as a cornucopia for your balls. And also, Manscaped has just launched their redefined body wash, which I have right here. This thing makes you smell good, gentlemen. And their 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. This has your hair going strong. So not only are you going to be well kept with Manscaped, but you're also going to smell really, really good. So use my promo code LUCA3 and you will get 20% off plus free shipping. You can gift yourself or somebody you know. The holiday season is fast approaching, so what a better gift than Manscaped. So the other part of this video, I wanted to talk about Pascal Siakam. Pascal Siakam is back in the lineup. Obviously, it was a slow start for him, and there's been a bunch of slander online. This is my take on Pascal Siakam slander. If it's fair criticism, and you're critiquing a part of Siakam's game that clearly needs work, or something that Siakam is clearly struggling with, I have no problem with it. At the end of the day, he's a professional athlete making a ton of money, and yes, that contract, that money that he's making warrants more attention to his name than some of the other players on this team. It is what it is. It's the nature of sports. So if people overly protect Siakam or don't mention things that are just stating the obvious, then yeah, like it's being a little bit too sensitive with the guy and overprotective of the guy. Now, with that being said, if you are just bashing Siakam to just bash Siakam, then you have a problem with Siakam the person. And that is not fair at all, because if you blame every little single thing on Siakam, then you just are showing your hatred towards the guy. Like, what do I mean by that? Scotty Barnes had 2 turnovers with about a minute left in that loss against the Blazers, and people were blaming Pascal Siakam. If it's fair criticism and fair critiquing, then nobody should get mad at that. But if you are simply just looking to hate on a guy and you are doing it without any evidence to back it up, then yeah, that's where the slander can get a little bit out of hand. Now, with that being said, Siakam, over the course of his time being back with this team, has looked relatively good. Now, there are times, especially defensively, where he has looked a little bit out of sync, and offensively as well. But I thought in that second half, that was the Siakam that Raptors fans have signed up for. And what do I mean by that? The thing with Siakam that I've even personally criticized over the years is, how does this guy look in big-time moments? How is his decision-making? Because a lot of the times, we fail to see the little things with these big-time players. And with a guy like Siakam, it's about game-winning plays. We don't expect Siakam to score 30-plus points every single game. What we expect him to do is make the right decision, make game-winning plays when his team needs him. So there were 2 plays in particular that really opened my eyes. One play was he deflected a ball, which was an alley-oop attempt from the Grizzlies, which created a turnover. A great defensive play. He was engaged defensively, unlike how he was in the first half. And then another play that he made was, instead of playing iso ball in the corner and forcing something at the rim, what did he do? He found his wide open teammate, a guy in Precious Achiuwa, who was having a great night. It's little things like that that will continue to make Siakam a key contributor to this team. But when we see Siakam force things at the basket, play out of control, play sloppy, then yeah, that's when you start seeing the things that you see online about Pascal Siakam. So if he continues to clean up his act and he plays like he did in the second half against the Grizzlies, like I said a couple weeks ago, the Raptors will have a good problem and things will flow a lot better. So Pascal Siakam needs to be engaged defensively. He has to bring that effort, that Yuta Watanabe effort every single night, and he's got to be a good decision maker on the offensive end. It doesn't require Siakam to put up shots when they're not there. Make game-winning plays. That's what great players do. They make game-winning plays, and that's something we saw in Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry wasn't scoring 30 points a game. Kyle Lowry some days had 0 points, but how did he affect the game in other ways? Taking a charge, getting his teammates involved. That's what a guy like Siakam needs to do, and that's what I want to see more from him moving forward. So that's my take on Pascal Siakam so far, guys. Hopefully, this continues to trend in the right direction, and the Raptors can take a lot of the good things that they did in the second half of that game against the Grizzlies and now put it forth into some of these other games, because there are a couple of tough games coming up. Let me know what you think, guys. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Ring the bell. Thank you so much for your continued support. And we will see if the Raptors defense continues to show up, because I promise you, if it does, the Raptors are going to win more games than not.